What happens if you don't pay your mortgage payment after you file Chapter 13? Hi, I'm Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm an Atlanta area personal bankruptcy attorney filing Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 cases for individuals and couples in the Atlanta metro area. Chapter 13 is a debt repayment plan. Basically, you propose to the court a plan where you cure your mortgage arrearage, the missed mortgage payments, along with your other debt as part of a Chapter 13 plan where you're paying the trustee a certain amount of money every month. But as part of that, assuming you want to keep your house, you've got to make your ongoing mortgage payments as they come due. So if you file bankruptcy on April 23rd, you got to start making your mortgage payments beginning on May 1. And I've had over the years people say to me, well, I didn't know I had to make my mortgage payment. I thought the Chapter 13 was covering that. No. When you file Chapter 13, you make your trustee payment, but you continue to make your direct payments to your mortgage company. That's number one. Number two is if you don't make the mortgage payments, your case is going to fail because part of the requirements of getting your Chapter 13 case confirmed would be to fulfill everything you said you're going to do in your plan. One of those things would be to make your ongoing mortgage payments. So you will not be able to get your Chapter 13 case confirmed or approved by the court if you don't make your ongoing mortgage payments. Number three is if you don't make your mortgage payments, the mortgage lender is going to file something called a motion for relief from stay, where they ask the bankruptcy court to lift the automatic stay or the protection of bankruptcy so they can start foreclosure proceedings. Now, generally, if you miss a payment or two, the mortgage company will first start, they won't file a motion, they'll write a letter. They'll have their attorney write a letter to me as your attorney and say, you know, we have not received any mortgage payments for June or July. Can you ask your client what his intentions are? And if you can make those up, that's great. If not, many times we can work out a deal where you can catch up the missed payments by making a payment and a half or double up until they catch up. Of course, that begs the question, if you weren't making them in the first place, how are you going to make a payment and a half or two payments? But either way, whether you can or you can't, that's what we're going to have to be dealing with. If the mortgage company, if you're not able to make the mortgage payments, either in the consent order after the motion for relief from stay or as they come due, the lender will eventually get the stay lifted and be able to pursue foreclosure against you. And of course, that defeats the whole purpose of going into Chapter 13 if the purpose was to stop a mortgage foreclosure. So bottom line is nothing good happens if you miss your mortgage payment. It's really important to remember after you file your case, immediately start making the mortgage payments, the next one that comes due. Usually that's the first of the next month, but if your mortgage payment is due on the 23rd of the month and you file your bankruptcy on the 20th of the month, that payment on the 23rd is now due right away. So you need to talk to your lawyer about it, look at your paperwork and know when your next mortgage payment is due and make a decision about when you're going to file your bankruptcy case. Timing can be very important. Realize if you miss a mortgage payment, there's a good chance the lender will file a motion for relief from stay and you'll lose your house. Now, one other point, and this is actually quite important if you're acting on your own or if you're with an inexperienced lawyer. Chapter 13 is unusual in that you can voluntarily dismiss your case, but if you voluntarily dismiss your Chapter 13 after the lender has filed a motion for relief from stay, you would be prohibited from refiling your case for 6 months, 180 days. So be very careful about voluntarily dismissing your case if a motion for relief has been filed in your Chapter 13 case. Bottom line is a good attorney can explain that to you, and generally voluntarily dismissing your Chapter 13 is pretty risky, not something I would do without a lot of thought, without a lot of knowledge and preparation ahead of time. But it is something that theoretically get you another bite at the apple. A final point is that if you dismiss your case or if it's dismissed and you refile, the automatic stay in bankruptcy that protects you from foreclosure on the first refiling will only go into effect for 30 days, and it won't go into effect at all with the second filing within a year. So again, if you filed a Chapter 13 that didn't work, perhaps you had an attorney who didn't know how Chapter 13 worked, or perhaps you didn't understand what your obligations were, or you had a job loss or something unexpected and you refile, make sure to get with an experienced attorney so that you don't run into trouble with the automatic stay being lifted and you find yourself right back in foreclosure without bankruptcy to protect you. So bottom line is when you file Chapter 13 and you've got a mortgage on a house you want to keep, you got to make ongoing payments as they come due, beginning immediately. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and like our Facebook page. If you've not already done so, go to my website at atlanta-bankruptcy.com. You can download a publication I put out for you called the Debt Destroyer Survival Kit. It comes by email, and a lot of good information about the Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 process, recovering from bankruptcy, and other useful information that's available to you for free at the website. So if you have any questions, please feel to reach out to me. I'm at 770-393-4985. Again, I am Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a bankruptcy attorney in the northern part of Georgia. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan, and I hope you found this video helpful. I'd like to invite you to download my free Debt Destroyer Survival Kit right now. I've packed my survival kit with answers to the questions I've heard from clients for over 25 years here in the Atlanta area. Inside the survival kit, you'll find clear, easy to understand answers to critical topics about how to solve debt problems once and for all, including how do I protect my stuff, my house, car, and personal property if I file for bankruptcy? Are there any legitimate alternatives to bankruptcy? Will I ever get credit again, and if so, when? What mistakes must I avoid to get the most benefit out of bankruptcy? You can claim your copy right now by visiting my atlanta-bankruptcy.com website. And you are always welcome to use the email form on my website to ask me anything about debt and personal bankruptcy in Atlanta. www.atlanta-bankruptcy.com. And as always, I wish you the best.